Say what I want like I'm Taylor. My kind of white like Taylor. Swear. Taylor.
We're back at Elajas. We're going to get into Andrew Tate. Triggers modern women on Pearl Talk. Now, in case you didn't see part 1, make sure you check out part 1. This is part 2 now. This is a long-ass video, so I wanted to make sure that I broke it up and it gets done how it needs to get done. Down and dirty, expeditiously. But let's continue to dive in case you know how we get here, get down here at the Elajas stage. If I don't like a point, trust me, I'm gonna let you know. It's gonna get a mouth to the bottle. Okay, but if I like that point and I like what's going on, I'm gonna give it a glit peasy. You understand? Let's get into it. Bow, bow, bow.
Why does she have to say his car? Like she likes a different car.
I just gave you a solution, though.
I am talking about how, as a female, to be as attractive as possible to men. Now, I'm not saying you can't get a man if you say another car. I'm saying, how do you be as attractive as possible? Because
be nice about it.
Because you also don't understand how men think. It's different if you come to my house and choose to like another one of my cars. But what if I only have one car? And now you say, well, no, I'll pick you up in my BMW. Oh, yeah, it's nice. I prefer Mercedes. You know what a man thinks the second you say that? Who picked you up in a Merc? That's the first thing that goes through his fucking mind. How do you know about Mercedes?
What
Who
if you,
put you in a
what
fucking
if you
Merc?
can buy your own Mercedes?
That's not what crosses the man's mind. I'm telling you how men think.
But then that's why,
Denava,
Yes,
what percent of women can really afford their
bro,
own Mercedes?
especially when you go crazy.
No, guys. I said a Mercedes. I said what percent of women?
I drive a BMW.
I said okay. I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for you.
I'm really happy for you, but I'm about to cut your ass. So I said, I'm really happy for you, but I'm about to cut your ass, okay? Okay.
Whereas the average woman makes $35,000 a year.
It's not that hard in this UK.
Okay. I said okay.
That's still venturing from the point.
I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for your car. But the average woman, I'm saying but the whole point is that what percent of women even earn that much? It's not a high percentage. So when a guy hears that wait. When a guy hears that you've been
Non-Glado, you don't have to earn that much to have a nice. All right, wait. You have to earn a certain amount to have a nice car, but you don't have to earn a lot to have a car. If that makes sense. Cause I've never been around some mofos that had a car that they ain't really earn that much. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really earn that much. You feel me? So, you can have a car without really earning much, especially as, anybody, a human being, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny though, cause Pearl, but the way she talks, like she talks to these women like just so demeaning and just belittling. It's like I'm really happy for your car, but but I get it's a tactic, It's a tactic to get your point across. It's a debate tactic, to where it's like I'm gonna smush your point by making it seem like what you're saying is nothing, like your point doesn't even make sense. It's a debate tactic.
But in this car, and that car, and that car, his automatic assumption is that you're an average girl.
And that foolishness.
And that you've been with a bunch of guys to get to that point. I've had a lot of experiences because of my dad, because my dad's very successful. But I've been in situations where I've said...
Industry plants. Trust fund, baby. There's anything wrong with that. People get money, whatever. I'm just making a joke.
Experiences because of my dad, because my dad's very successful. But I've been in situations where I've said, like, oh, I did this, and they think it's with a guy, but it's with my dad. Because most guys assume that you were an average person.
And that's the problem.
You don't think that's demeaning a woman to say that she can't afford a laptop?
It's not demeaning a woman. It's looking at a balance of probabilities. If I meet an average guy, I assume he makes average money.
Sounds like a traumatized
I think it's just based on wait. It's based on a balance of probabilities.
Can I just say something? That it's all about making a man feel like everybody says, oh, he's a top G. But it's like if your man put up a light fitting and you're standing there watching him put up the light fitting, or you, Denalva, they're watching a man put up a light fitting, what would you say while he's putting it up, and how would you react?
I'd be like, you're probably doing it wrong, but I'll let you finish and then you go back and fix it.
Right, all right then, but hang on a minute. And how would you act if your man was putting up a light fitting?
I'd be like, well, no, thank you, baby.
Okay. Well,
I would be like, see, the thing is,
just answer the question. Answer the question.
Please,
what would you say if your man was putting up the light fitting? I'm just asking the question.
I would be like, thank you, babe. Thanks for putting up the light fitting. I appreciate you.
My man put up a light fitting. I was like, wow. He got it all out. It was all in boxes. He got his toolbox. He was up there on the ladder. Whatever you want me to hand you. I was like, oh my God, you're stripping wires. Oh my God. Then he said, oh, turn it. When it finished, I was like, it works. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. I agree.
That is what he's talking about when he's talking about the car. He's not saying you can get your own car. He's saying make the man feel like he's doing something, make him feel appreciated.
That's right.
Like act like a child.
No, I
like,
agree. I
know,
agree.
and that's what he's saying. He's not saying that, oh yeah, you don't like that car. It's like, my man got a car. It's like, oh my God, it's got heated seats. Oh,
That's the same way a girl likes to hear. You're the most
I
beautiful
got a
girl in the
Mercedes.
world.
Exactly. I think it's gotta be.
That is a good point though with that one. Like just like girls want their ego boosted every 5 seconds, like especially girls are like words of affirmation. Oh my gosh, like it's like you gotta compliment them every 8 bars. Like damn son, like can I just eat my breakfast? I gotta tell you that you look good off the wake up. Your breath smells. Your breath smells. Colgate. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you like word too. You feel me? Facts.
Be a balance though. Like yeah, I agree. I like to make my man feel good. When my man dresses up, I'm like, girl, you look so fine. Like I like to make my man feel good, but he has to do that to me as well.
Listen, right.
He has to offer me that.
I listen to Mr. Tate, right? Say about. Let me put, for instance, there's an artist that I like. My man likes it too. COVID had just sort of like finished. I got 2 free tickets to go to go. My man said to me, "You're not going." What would you do?
I'm going.
What would you do?
What? You can't.
I'm so fat. Brendan, you're not fat.
That's a good point though.
It's the shirt.
That's a good question.
Look at Nate.
Cause there's definitely a lot of women that's gonna be like, oh, my man does not tell me what to do. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But there is a lot of men though, and honestly, I'd probably say so myself as well. Like, you may not want your girl to be going out. Like, why you don't want to be with me? Why we can't be together? Why do you want me to go? And that's if a man actually wants you. Like, that's why I feel like a lot of women be dealing with men that don't really want them. Like, if a man actually wants you, it's not an insult that he don't want you to go outside. Unless he's really possessive, then that might be a, you know what I'm saying, might be a red flag. You know, but, you know, like, just in general, though, you hear me?
Going. What would you do?
I'm going.
What would you do?
Why? You can't tell me what to do.
Why am I not going?
It doesn't matter. He said to you, you're not going.
Because that's just illogical submission.
I
For
know.
no reason. Why
That
tell me why I
doesn't
can't
make
go?
sense.
Okay, no, but the whole point is you pick someone that you respect enough to trust his judgment, even when you disagree. That's the whole point.
I want to find
See,
somebody.
that I don't agree with.
Respect enough
Because
to
you're
not
your
bring
own
me
person.
stupid,
Just because you're in a relationship.
But why
Guys, stop.
Can I ask you a question?
Wait. We need one at a time.
Why would you think it's something stupid or whatever? You trust the man enough to be with him. You trust the man enough to sleep with him. So why won't you trust his opinion? Why does he have to give that? If I say to my man, like I went in, if I say to my man, don't do this, the first thing he's going to be thinking, no, she's telling me what to do. There must be a reason behind it why she's telling me not to do. Because she trusts me. I did not go. I had 2 free tickets.
I get both sides though on this one. I definitely get both sides because it's like, yo, why you telling me what to do, where to go? Like, I definitely know a lot of women that would view that as possessive, and I don't even think I would tell shorty like, nah, don't, unless like I really felt it was unsafe or something. I'd have to feel like it was unsafe, but say I just wanted to spend some time with her, I probably wouldn't tell her like, no, don't go, because if I'm trying to do something, like, I'm gonna do it, like, you know. So I feel that though. I do feel it, like, cause I'm not one of them people that think that there's not a level of equality that we should be able to have. I'm not saying that everything's gonna be equal, but there's a level of equality that we should be able to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that the whole like, oh, because if she tried to tell you where to go and what to do, like, you would definitely fight back on that, and then a lot of men would just bring up like primal instincts and like, oh, that's how it's been since like the beginning of time. And it was like, bro, I don't know. They bringing up history to make unfair points is not cool. Like, slavery happened back in the day. Should we still be doing slavery? So it's like, bro, there's a lot of things that happen that shouldn't be happening. So that you can't just be bringing up historical points to suit your point whenever you want to. It's just not logical. It's not logical at all. But, you know, so when it comes to you know, a woman submitting in that way, me personally, I don't even know if I would tell a girl like, nah, don't, you're not going there. Unless I really just didn't, unless your girl got whole friends. Your girl got whole friends, you messed up in the beginning. Like, you picked the wrong girl. Like, unless you gotta be strong enough. Your friend gotta be strong enough, but sometimes, or your girl gotta be the strongest person in their group to, you know, not be with, you know. But hey, man, birds of a feather. You know what I'm saying? They be flocking. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather be flocking, if you know what I'm talking about.
Why she's telling me not to do? Because she trusts me. I did not go. I had 2 free tickets. I did not go.
I'll tell you why. Wait. Auntie, you asked me a question. I'll tell you why. Because the same way a man wants that sort of validation, a woman wants assurance. I don't want to just blindly do everything all the time, especially sometimes I'm thinking, okay, that's a
Okay, so let's talk.
That's what submission is.
No, so let's make a point. Auntie made a really important point. Auntie made a really important point because the point she's making is twofold and it's extremely important because a lot of women talk about being submissive, but they're submissive when it suits them. That's not submission. So she wanted to go to the concert. He said no. She trusts him as a man. She didn't go. Absolute respect for that. That's exactly what my woman would have done. Exactly the same thing. Women go, I'm submissive. You're submissive when he's buying you shit in bed and you're submissive. But the second he says something you don't like, you instantly turn off the submission and run your fucking mouth. That's not submissive. That's manipulation. That's bullshit. So that's the...
Nah, I agree with that one, though. That's a fact. That's not submission. Submission is you look at your man as that guy. Like, his opinion matters tenfold. Like, even if a person like me was like, oh, I wouldn't even necessarily say that. If I were to say that, that should mean, okay, I'm not doing it because you submit that much. Like, or if he says that, yo, this is what we doing, that's what you doing because that's what he said y'all doing. You feel me? So that's real submission. I feel that, though. That's a fact. Like, a lot of women be on some fake submissions type stuff. They think they try to submit, but then in the back of their head, they think that they're alpha. You know what I'm saying? But then when it comes to alpha type of stuff, you can't do alpha type of stuff. Now, I'm not saying every woman like that, but there's a lot of women that think they're alphas, but you can't do every alpha thing. So how are you the alpha? Like, the alpha is the person that is the person. You, her, for real. Like, you don't even really need the him. The him is the want. But if you the her, then you know what I'm saying? You clapping him. He there. He laying there.
That's the first thing. The second thing is responsibility and authority are linked. And as a man, if I'm going to be responsible for a woman, I need a degree of authority over her. This is the reality of it. If I'm going to be responsible for paying your bills, and responsible for your personal safety, and responsible for your personal development, and responsible for fixing the life fitting, and responsible for everything that I'm supposed to do as a man, I need a degree of authority to sometimes come along and say X, Y, Z and be obeyed. If I'm going to have a ship, if you have a ship, the reason the captain has to go down with the ship is because he is responsible for everything that happens on that ship. And because of that, he has authority. If he yells at the shipmates and they all ignore him, then he can't be considered responsible for the problems on the ship, which means he doesn't have to die with it. If you want a man invested in a relationship, he needs to be responsible for you, but he needs authority over you. And you know what? The smartest thing you can do as a woman is sit and go, you know what? Go into this concert. It's 2 hours. But this is going to piss him off, and it's going to be a splinter in his mind for years. Is this really worth it? Now, I'm not saying
Now, I do feel he's saying, though. In order to find out more what he's saying, tune in at part 3. You know what I'm saying? Part 3. Part 3. Tune in. Tap in. Be outside.
Big Reaper and I'm back for the killing. When I get on the track, say what I'm actually feeling. I'm a murder baby, you my next victim maybe.